Earth Negative 22 is one of the scariest alternate universes belonging in the Dark Multiverse, and it is the home of the Batman who laughs. This Batman became the recruiter and leader of the Dark Knights, and he served Barbatos and Perpetua, but eventually became extremely more powerful than gods when he acquired the power of Dr. Manhattan and energies of the Infinite Crisis. Welcome to DCNES, and today let's see what happened in Earth Negative 22 and know how invincible the Batman who laughs really is. At first, Earth Negative 22 is just like an ordinary DC universe where we have Superman, the Justice League, and the Robins. Young Bruce Wayne was also remarkably happy as a kid before seeing his parents killed right in front of him. He then trained for many years to become a vigilante and grew up to become the Batman. Of course, the Joker is also his primary enemy, and Bruce also had a child here also named Damian Wayne. A series of events became problematic for Batman of this Earth when the Joker commenced a killing spree across Gotham City. The Joker had learned that the chemicals that had converted him into the Joker was eating him inside. Naturally, the Joker wanted to take everyone with him and pushed Batman to the edge. He killed Commissioner Jim Gordon through an acid placed on a notebook that melted the Commissioner's face. He also killed most of Batman's rogues gallery, including the Killer Croc, Penguin, Catwoman, and the Ventriloquist. Batman was later intoxicated by Joker, momentarily paralyzing his body but not his mind, so he could witness the madness Joker has caused without being able to fight him. The Joker blew up a hospital in front of Batman and, to make it more gruesome, shot dead the parents of many young kids in front of him before continuing to inoculate the children with a permanent, irreversible strain of the Joker venom. According to the Joker, he did this in order to produce a new generation of hybrid kids of both Batman and the Joker. As Joker's men were lining up families for the Joker to shoot, Batman eventually regained movement and, traumatized and furious over what he had witnessed, had no choice but to snap the Joker's neck, effectively killing him. However, as he was dying, the Joker released a green gas, a new strain of nanotoxin trapped in his heart that was released by cells when his body reached necrosis, which were similar to the chemicals that made him the Joker but more virulent. The gas can only affect one in close proximity, and Batman inhaled it. For almost a week, the toxin was rewiring Batman's mind and slowly turning him into something like the Joker. Batman's mind was still highly ordered, but he felt his moral core being replaced with something evil. Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Red Robin tried to help Batman while they were training in the Batcave. Seeing that they are the only ones who knew his condition, Batman surprised them all by pulling out a machine gun and shot all of them dead. Batman later influenced his son Damian to join his side and converted Damian with the Joker toxin to be like him. He also repossessed all the Joker transformed children from the original attack and converted them into his new army of pet rabid Robins. A week after killing the Robins, Batman massacred the rest of the Justice League by utilizing their accumulated collection of different weapons from many villains. He also synthesized a modified strain of black kryptonite and used it against Supergirl that drove her crazy and pushing her to kill her own family before killing herself. On the Justice League Watchtower, Batman cornered Superman and discharged a kryptonite-infused gas into the air and pronounced that he will no longer hold back. Batman then brought Lois Lane and their son John. He tossed a piece of black kryptonite in front of Superman and John, and then they ripped Lois apart before killing each other. This then marked the completion of Bruce Wayne's transformation into the Batman who laughs. The Batman who laughs then went on to killing the members of the Immortal Men in this world. The population of Earth Negative 22 fought back against the violence of the Batman who laughs, but they were all annihilated until only he and his Robins were all that remained. The last person he faced was Alfred Pennyworth, his butler, who almost succeeded in defeating him by rigging his cave, his vehicles, and all his equipment. However, Batman managed to convince Alfred that there is still hope for him, which gave him a chance to trap Alfred. Batman kept him a prisoner until he became a loyal servant again. As his reality was about to implode, Barbatos arrived and disclosed the rest of the Dark Multiverse to him and his plans to attack the real multiverse. Barbatos chose the Batman who laughs to spearhead the attack. The Batman Who Laughs then went into the Dark Multiverse to gather the most wicked versions of Batman before their Earths are destroyed under the command of Barbatos. The Dark Knights agreed to be part of this team, thinking that they will be able to bring their unique kind of justice in different worlds. Then they all traveled to Earth Zero. His warped Robins then slaughtered the Court of Owls, and he sent the Knights to the hometowns of each Justice League member. The Batman Who Laughs then attacked Cyborg in Watchtower while explaining that they are needed to save the world. After taking over the Watchtower, Batman Who Laughs was assigned to Gotham and caused a mass breakout at Arkham Asylum. He gave magic playing cards made out of cosmic metallurgy to Poison Ivy, Riddler, Firefly, Bane, Mr. Freeze, and Mad Hatter so that they can manipulate realities in Gotham. He also converted some of the remaining Teen Titans, such as Starfire and Beast Boy, and other villains such as Deadshot and Captain Boomerang. The Gotham Resistance fought the reality-warped villains and killed Damian Wayne from Earth-22. Despite his son's death, the Batman Who Laughs was unfazed. The Batman Who Laughs then captured the Over-Monitor, who, when linked up with the Anti-Monitor's astral brain, would destroy all of reality, both the Dark Multiverse and the Multiverse, and leave nothing but darkness. However, his plan was stopped by the Justice League. He then teamed up with the Joker, but Batman was able to rescue the Over-Monitor. Barbatos was defeated and the Dark Knights were apprehended. The Batman Who Laughs survived and allied himself with the House of Conquest against the Council of Immortals to start a global war, and partnered up with another Batman from the Dark Multiverse called the Grim Knight to work on a deadly serum from dead Bruce Waynes from the multiverse to cause an all-out disorder. He then came up with a plan to infect the entire world through 6 different heroes, namely Shazam, Hawkman, Donna Troy, Blue Beetle, Commissioner Gordon, and Supergirl, and were called the Secret Six. Superman was the original target instead of Supergirl, but he was only feigning his brainwashing to learn the evil Batman's plan. Meanwhile, Commissioner Gordon was targeted so they can use him to infect more heroes. Realizing that the Dark Multiverse as a threat, the cosmic being Perpetua worked with Lex Luthor to fight the Secret Six. Luthor later assembled a team of villains he gifted to fight the infected heroes. Lex stabbed evil Batman with a blade that contained the antidote to his dark infection, reverting the infected heroes to their normal selves. It was also revealed here that the visor of this Batman keeps him existing in the normal multiverse. Lex then brought evil Batman to Perpetua, but this Batman convinced Perpetua to work with him instead of Luthor, as he knew that the Justice League were sent on a mission to end her. Perpetua depowered Lex for his arrogance and allied with Batman Who Laughs. The Batman Who Laughs fought the Justice League once more but was killed by Wonder Woman using her chainsaw. However, the Batman Who Laughs had a contingency plan. Before his death, he placed another Bruce Wayne in an intrinsic field generator. This other Bruce Wayne then obtained the powers of Dr. Manhattan and was lobotomized for future use. On his death, the Dark Knights transplanted the brain of Batman Who Laughs to the other Bruce Wayne, effectively giving him the powers of Dr. Manhattan. He then disintegrated the other Dark Knights with only one Robin remained and was anointed as Robin King. This Robin King killed all the heroes in his world and became king. This Robin is actually a young Bruce Wayne from another twisted universe who killed his own parents. Then Batman Who Laughs changed into the Darkest Knight. He even rigged the Mobius chair to divert all the crisis energy to him that made him even more powerful so he can recreate the multiverse into his own image and call it the Last 52. With Dr. Manhattan's powers and the crisis energies from Crisis of the Past, he obtained nigh omnipotence and nigh omniscience, which gave him many abilities such as biofission, where he can split himself and his quantum consciousness, darkness manipulation and constructs, interdimensional and interstellar travel that he can travel in many realities, energy absorption and projection, altering realities, immortality and resurrecting others, telekinesis and telepathy, invulnerability, molecular reconstruction, cosmic awareness, and precognition and retrocognition. Batman Who Laughs then traveled to Perpetua and killed her by sealing her away within fragments of the Source Wall. He was then confronted by a golden-clad version of Wonder Woman. They fought through time and space. Wonder Woman strikes him with Perpetua's hands and threw him into the sun and killed him. So there goes Batman Who Laughs. Would you be interested to see this Darkest Night in live action or animation? Would you still want to have him revived after being killed by Wonder Woman? Let us know what you think and hit subscribe.